20, Gigi Caldero. Number 23, Molly Mitchell. Number 25, Holly Parsons-Hills. Number 27, Caroline Brooks. Number 28, Marley Smith. And in goal for the Rams is number 00, Megan Lyden. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Hello, everyone. Ian Nicholas, joined by Cari Hills here live from Dunning Field, where we have a great early matchup in this young season between the New Canaan Rams and the Darien Blue Wave. This matchup is always a fantastic one, regardless of the sport, but this one definitely seems more important than any of the rest. New Canaan 4-0, Darien 3-1, and these two teams, Mrs. Hill, started their seasons off against each other in what was probably one of the most thrilling field hockey games these two have played in a long time, a 3-2 overtime thriller. So what do you think the emotions are like now? The rivalry is at its peak in this rematch game just a few weeks later.
It sure is, and what a beautiful day for hockey, that's
Yep.
for sure. I'm glad
Yep.
we're postponed from Friday, able to get out here today and enjoy what's always going to be a spirited match between these two. So, yeah, I'm sure they're both fired up. I know New Canaan is really eager to get back out there and show their stuff, and I'm sure equally as is Darien. They're always fired up, always great opponents, so
Yep.
ready to see what the teams bring.
And as you wisely mentioned, the game was originally supposed to happen 4 o'clock Friday, but, you know, a rain like never seen before dropped down, and luckily the game was postponed, and now we have sunshine and 65 degrees. So perfect conditions for hopefully a perfect rematch between second-year coach Mary Claire Schnedeker and longtime Darien coach Mo Minikis, as we are just about to start it off. Game was supposed to start at 4, delayed to 4:15, and here we are.
These girls are looking ready. They're getting their stances, their competitive stance ready to go.
Yep. And it's interesting because, you know, I guess they had a little more time to warm up, and the Darien team got here a little late due to some bus difficulties. That's a first, but, you know.
Glad they made it.
Glad they made it.
All right, and we're off here.
Yep.
It looks like we have Gigi Caldero, one of our freshmen, who is in our starting lineup, subbing in, I think, for Carolyn Barron.
Yep, Carolyn Barron, I believe, in the West Hill game, unfortunately broke her nose, one of the bright young stars on this team, only a junior, but she's had a lot of playing time for a while.
Yeah, she sure has. She's been doing a great job putting that ball up that left side and getting it across and putting it in the net for us. So we're sad to see her out, but great that some of our bench is able to step in and play here. This is Molly Mitchell taking it in. Then we got, nice.
And that was Brinsley Rush, one of the top players on this Darien team, the senior who swiped it away. And as you mentioned, Amelie Mitchell, one of the better young players on this team. Again, another junior, 14 goals, 10 assists last year. So, and Marley Smith, who was also bringing it down there, who has had a pair of hat tricks already this season, the senior. So this is one of the most talented squads we've really seen top to bottom in a long time for this field hockey program.
Beautiful aerial, nice into open space. Those are fine as long as they don't go near any other players. Hard part's always just trying to control it when it hits the ground. So those bouncing balls, you try to hit them down, control, and then take them your direction. This is nice. We're taking it around the back. This is Anna Lindice with a nice pass over there to Rachel. All right, just out. Nice. Darien took a very quick self-start right there, which is great. That can be a real competitive advantage. So when you can get that ball, you take it at the place of the foul, and you start it up again before the defense has a chance to get lined up.
England Dice, a contributor on both the offensive and defensive end, and she had 5 goals, 7 assists last year, and was a big reason why the Rams were able to make it all the way to the quarterfinals in states and made a solid run in FCX as well. She's also committed to play at college, one of 2 Rams who have already committed. She'll head to Bates once her senior year is up. And there's a whistle.
It looks like there was a hit that came, and it may have gone up off the stick or into the hand of Gigi Caldero.
Here is Casey Benoit, the sophomore for the Blue Wave, number 15. A little bit of trouble. And it goes to New Canaan.
A lot of excitement out there. I'm sure the teams will start to settle and get in their groove. But some good fighting for the ball out there. Good stick work, Shauna Ferraro.
The star of that game one thrower.
Yeah, for sure. That overtime reverse goal in the upper corner was beautiful. Perfectly timed, too.
One of the biggest moments already. You know, she played on varsity as a freshman and only a sophomore, so you're going to hear her name plenty in the years to come as only a sophomore, Kira Cooney. That hit won't count after the whistle.
Yep, that was a lift up into the player. On New Canaan, so it's a New Canaan ball coming out.
And after that first game, your daughter Polly on this team, when she came home after that one, what were the biggest takeaways from not only a massive win, probably the biggest win, you know, in a long time here, but what was it, you know, with the new atmosphere? What did it feel like for her out there?
Well, I mean, anytime you go into those overtimes, it's pretty thrilling and stimulating and exhausting. But I give you know, those girls so much credit. That 7v7 is a hard game to play full field because everyone's going full out, and you know they were giving it their all. And Coach MC was really smart to put in some fresh legs right when we needed them, and it made a big difference in our play. And I think that, you know, helped us get through on that game. But there was just, you know, waves of emotion and excitement. But they also didn't like the feeling of being down. So I think, you know, you learn some lessons of, hey, easier to try to not have to come back with a big comeback.
But surely it's more exciting that way.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, great for the fans, too, right?
Yep. So they were, New Canaan was down 2-1 in the late stages, and they scored a goal to tie it, bring it in overtime at 2-2, and Shauna Ferrero did the rest, as you mentioned, on that picturesque goal. New Canaan looking to get something going offensively.
Okay.
It's jumped.
Oh, nice save by Megan Leiden. That was beautiful.
There's a reason why she's heading to play at Kenyon College. It's for plays like that in the danger zone.
Yep, she's not afraid to come out of that cage, and it makes a big difference. You know, sometimes goalies sit back. Megan is not afraid to come out there, and she's made some amazing saves by taking some of those risks. We got to have a lot of confidence to do that too, which is great. All right, they're going to let that one play through, even though it hit a foot. All right, Darien is fired up here. New Canaan's doing a good job holding them back. A few openings there. Darien's trying to capitalize.
So New Canaan 4-0 on this young season. They're the top team in the FCAC West region and the new regions that were put in place as they're looking to get something going here offensively, but it's going to go the other way.
All right.
Marley Smith
That was a
had
good
it.
Try. Yep, right on that yellow line. It just looked like it went right out for a second. Another nice aerial, but it didn't quite get into the play of field. So they're going to bring it back to the point of the foul where it started. So way back up to the 50. And this is Zoe Bennett, who's probably one of our fastest players in the team. She's got wheels and great stick skills and seems to beat out most of the players that she goes one-on-one against, which is phenomenal.
You know,
All right.
definitely good to see physical traits in a sport where there's way too much running for my liking. But
She loves to run. She's an incredible runner.
well, this is her sport right now, and only a junior again. You know, this is a deep roster. You know, it's a lot of seniors, and those 2 college commits are going to leave next year, Marley Smith, but top to bottom, I mean, your daughter's only a sophomore. A lot of these players who are getting substantial playing time are, you know, only sophomores.
Oh, nice. That was a beautiful pass. Polly Parsons-Hills over to Molly Mitchell. Oh, looks like we got a corner there.
So a big opportunity potentially here.
Yep, this is a good one.
Molly Mitchell, who is always active, is making her presence felt early. One of the key players to watch out for this season.
Yeah, I think one of the differentiators of this New Canaan team is that they go for that second effort and that third effort at times too, which is phenomenal to see.
It just seems like they've really bought in with their new head coach, or second year, we should say. I mean, she went 12-2 last year in the regular season, second in the FCAC West, and here's an opportunity here to continue to add on to her resume with another potential big win.
Yep, and that looks like someone left the cage early, perhaps, and so they'll need to go back to that 50-yard line. So now there's only 3 defenders in the cage along with the goalie, which is helpful because they typically have 1 flyer who goes out to the ball, a trail who follows in the middle to receive the pass on the side, and then 2 post players.
So Juliota Mitchell, I believe, and could not get it to go.
Yep.
So New Canaan with an early opportunity, just over 7 minutes left in period 1, and we are still scoreless here from Dunning Field. Darien, a terrific defensive team last year, and they're looking to keep that identity here.
They sure are. They are tough to get by. They do a nice job stacking up, and you know, if one player gets beat, there's always seems to be someone right behind them.
Yeah.
So it's a nice trust in their teammates to take that risk and then follow right up in case the attackers get by. But it's nice. You can see they have a nice. Okay, Darien has a good spread here. Looks like they're moving the ball up. A little back and forth.
Yep.
It's all right. Okay, here's Zoe with her speed.
But jawing at it with her is Blake Wilkes, and Wilkes is going to take over. But right back to Brooks.
Nice, Caroline Brooks had a beautiful pull there and a nice pass up. And here goes Zoe with that speed. Nice passing, good looks. That's a nice connection to Marley over to Molly.
And
all
a
right,
whistle blown.
let's see.
And Darien is going to take over.
They're going to move back to the point of the foul.
Right near the 25. There's the aerial.
Right to the player. See, sometimes it can bounce by. That's a hard one. Okay, that's in Darien's favor here. So back to that point of the foul. Back up near the 40.
So here is Darien's Madeline Holt, the junior, who had it for a moment, but it's going to go right back to New Canaan. And here's Brooks.
All right.
Brooks looks for Bennett. And Darien
Comes up with it. All right, Caroline Brooks back to Bennett.
And Bennett's
All right,
going to use
let's
that
see. Here we
speed, try to get out of the way.
Yep, over to Lindice here. Lindice is looking. Oh, nice. Darien's getting right in there, intercepting. Back to Gigi Caldero. Nice. Just taking a minute. Freshman taking a look. Nice, beautiful passing. Back to Kira Cooney, all the way over to Rachel Giglio.
Good ball movement there to
Yep.
try to just cool off Darien.
Nice quick pass. That's good. Up to Shauna Ferraro here. Let's see. Okay.
There's Giglio.
Yep. Rachel was playing at midfield last year, and she's been filling in. We lost some great seniors last year in the defensive end, and Rachel stepped up and done a phenomenal job on that left side. Not easy to get your feet around and make that ball go up that left side of the field. Easier to travel to the right, and she does a nice job bringing it up and getting past those defenders.
I believe that shot a little wide from Marley Smith. And she, one of the Rams' most potent scorers as a senior. They've had their early opportunities.
Yep.
That one's going to sail out.
Yep.
And that senior class last year, Estelle Asker, Amelie Knight, you know, just some phenomenal players that really just, not only great leaders, but just great players in general to help build the program around in the first year of Coach Mary Claire Schnedeker's tenure.
Yep. Yep, and they were such a consistent factor in the last few years, and just yes, really strong leaders on that team. Just great team spirit from all those seniors across the board.
You know, you should always have fun playing high school sports, but this is just one of the teams here at the high school that wins, and they win while you can tell that they're just giddy all the time and never down moment really.
It is field hockey players that here they're special folks and. Really positive attitude, hard worker, great determination.
So 2:50 left in period number 1. A back and forth without any scoring.
Yep. And just this year we moved to quarters, which I think has been a nice change from having halves. Just shifts the game a little bit, gives the team a chance to regroup. All right, and that's unfortunately a corner coming in. We hit a foot.
I believe of Kira Cooney.
Yep.
Before it got to her stick.
Yep.
The junior, and New Canaan had a corner earlier, couldn't convert. So here's the Blue Waves opportunity.
Let's see. All right. These guys have some quite powerful corners. Let's see what they decide to do.
Holt will get it in the air. Number 6. To the left of your screen.
All right. Let's see. Oh,
and
nice flying. That
coming
was great.
up to make
Rachel
that one.
Giglio got there in time.
Fantastic.
Okay, that was beautiful. Break up the corner.
And Giglio again.
Okay, that's tough. It was a good stop, and if you get down on your knee, that's going to be called as you can't play the ball when you're down on your knee. So it was a good initial stop,
But Giglio again, just making back-to-back plays there. And you mentioned the position change, but she's just adjusting well.
Yep. All right, let's see.
So a bit of deja vu. Holt again.
Okay.
Giglio in there.
Okay, let's get it out of there. Yes, good
and they
call.
do.
All right, up here.
Excitement.
Looks like this might be Izzy Shu. Is this?
It is.
Izzy Shu.
You're absolutely correct. The freshman. Just top to bottom, this roster has players from every grade with significant playing time. Parsons Hills can't get that one. And Darien looking to try to convert on their momentum, but Lindice is going to fall over on the far sideline.
All right.
She's all right, though, and New Canaan will take over. Giglio, that is, to put it back in play. Parson Hills and Bogdan, Sarah Bogdan of Darien, were drawing
nice
at
passing. That was beautiful. Up the line.
Big whack to Smith, and it's poked loose and smartly put out of play. And that is how we're going to end it in the first period. Not a lot to take away. Opportunities for both sides. But 0-0 between New Canaan and Darien in the epic rematch from 2 weeks ago. And speaking of things that are epic, our sponsors. So let's turn it over to that right now with our special people around town, starting with our Renaissance partners at Residential Construction, Brand Insurance, NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Black sponsors, Ready Rooster, Shilala, 84 Sports New Canaan, some of the best apparel in town, the New Canaan Diner, New Canaan Graphics, LLC, the Athletic Shoe Factory, Togs, Austin Feeney, Specialist in Orthodontics. And those are all our NC Rams Booster Club members. All right, so we are back here for the second period of this one. Ian Nicholas joined by Cari Hills live from Dunning Field in this NC Darien rivalry. One of the best rivalries in the state, and a perfect timing between these two teams. New Canaan 4-0, Darien 3-1. And Cari, what are your biggest takeaways from the back and forth defensive period one?
You know, I think there's a lot of hustle and a lot of fight out there, and probably a few jitters, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot on the line for this, so I'm hoping these guys all come out both sides with some really clean play and some continued really good passing. So let's see what they bring.
And with the game being delayed, even more drama. You just keep drawing it out, looking for that next New Canaan Darien matchup.
Nice. That's some good passing. Polly Parsons to Shauna Ferraro. All right, Darien picked it up on an interception. All right, they got a nice pass out there to the right. Nice, and then again, Megan Leiden.
And a goal for Darien in the bottom left corner, and it just slipped in.
Can we do a replay on that one?
Unfortunately, we do not have the replay system set up just yet, but that one was able to snipe in.
Yeah.
And
right off the bat, that was a good effort by Darien to come out strong.
Yeah, just second effort, because it was blocked initially by Leiden. She came up, and then it poked in. And that's the goal Darien needed. 14:32 left in period number 2, and the Blue Wave will strike first. They really had a lot of momentum at the bottom end of that first period. They weren't able to convert.
All right, Marley Smith up the side here.
And it officially was Blake Wilkes, the freshman Darien Blue Wave member, who was able to get that. Marley Smith hits the deck, misses the shot. But
Blake
again,
Wilkes is a great player. She's fun to watch. She's speedy. She's got good stick skills.
And a player that Coach Minikis probably loves to have around for 4 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Making impact plays already in this rivalry. Smith. And it's going to go back to Darien, I believe.
No, I think that it might be a corner because there's obstruction inside the circle. So if there's a foul in the circle, it turns into a corner. So it looks like New Canaan has a chance to come back here.
You are 100% correct. Only down 1-0. New Canaan already knows how adversity works after being down 2-0 early, or 2-1 in that last game. They played a few weeks ago to start both of their seasons. And here it is. And a quick reset.
Looks like they're redoing that again. All right. That's
to Bennett.
Nice cross all the way to
Lindice, and it's swatted away by Lindsay Olson.
All right.
And it looks like they're going to get another opportunity at a corner here, as Parsons Hills is now going to rotate to the opposite side and do it over once again. Here it is.
Nice.
To Gilio Lindice. Trying to protect the ball. Gilio back to Anna, and another corner.
Yep.
Well, New Canaan definitely reestablishing offensive momentum. But will Darien break down here?
We're just having trouble getting that shot off from the New Canaan side, so hopefully we can do a pretty simple corner, get it out, and get the shot off.
That's what Coach Mary Karschnedeker is praying for right now. So Parsons Hills once again, the sophomore. Flips it.
It's got to come outside the circle there. That's fine. Back pass around.
Lindice.
It's coming out. I'm not sure exactly what the call was. If it was maybe, and I'm not sure.
Not sure. Maybe it might have hit Mitchell and it was late. Not positive. New Canaan's looking to keep it on this side of the field, though.
That should be a.
It's not.
Interesting. Okay, that's all right. Just take a minute and send it. That's a nice ball right up there. Ooh, okay.
And that one well out of play after it was put up by Parsons Hills, but no one got there.
All right.
Here's Holt.
All right, this is.
And Bennett. Between two Blue Wave defenders, she's fighting in a corner.
Okay, so the reason that was a corner is they were right on top of her and they didn't give her the 5 yards. And maybe the ref had seen that before. So they can call that corner even if it's outside the circle.
So Bennett able to draw it.
Yep.
And I believe this is New Canaan's fifth corner.
Yep.
In a matter of just a few minutes. 9:40 left in period number 2. New Canaan looking to eliminate this 1-0 Blue Wave lead.
You know, Darien is really fast on these corners. They're out there pretty quick.
Mitchell to Lindice.
Their defense is they have such a strong line. There it is.
Gilio can't get there, and the Blue Wave are out in front for a moment. Ferraro gets it away.
Good. Zoe carrying it across the field. That's a nice move. Sending it back across to Marley.
And
yep. Okay.
No.
Looks like maybe that was a foot on Marley. Perhaps. All right. All right. That's a nice aerial again, right into open space. Beautifully controlled. Caroline Brooks with the second touch. Nice.
McGluckin and Brooks fighting for it. And Brooks will win it.
See where she goes. All right.
Right to McGluckin.
Okay.
And Darien.
Looks like that was an attempted aerial, but didn't quite make it up. But let's see if they can get there now.
A breakaway opportunity.
Yep.
Thwarted by Cooney.
It's okay.
And
that's a Darien ball coming in because it went off the end line off of one of our white players.
Sophomore Ryan Hapgood was the Darien player who almost got it there. And Cooney, number 12, right back at it, making plays all over defensively.
Yep, Cooney making a clear up to Polly, Parsons Hills. Oh, keeping it in.
And she just
nice
whacks
big
it.
hit right up to Shauna.
Trying to get it to Mitchell, and it's intercepted.
Mm-hmm. Nice stick work, Shauna, over to Polly. Another send. Darien does a great job getting their stick there. They're quick.
Just going back to that defensive mentality and just trying to keep it.
Okay, we're sending it across. Cari right up there to Anna. Oh, picked off. Nice play by Darien, number 22.
And I believe Cooney might have taken a shot.
Tori Stockdale.
It will stay in Darien possession. You know, Cooney got a little rattled up.
Right back to Raina Johns, one of their best players here. Really strong defender and attacker. Great job at midfield.
And New Canaan is going to win that possession. Darien gave it all, almost got down there.
Uh-oh,
And
intercepted.
they're
There
gonna
goes
stay
Raina.
there.
Yeah, nice.
Uh-oh, I jinxed him.
All right.
Here's Johns.
Yep. Okay, and that just dribbled out. Or maybe it was hit out by a New Canaan player, so it'll be coming in from Darien. Nice inserting to the middle, trying to get some action there.
There's Smith.
Nice.
Past Bennett. And a corner for Darien on the horizon. Still 1-0. 6:26 left in period number 2. And Darien with a strong defensive effort. They were able to get that one goal earlier in the period. And right now, that's all they've needed. And looking to add on.
Let's see. Nice.
Julio fighting for it.
Yep.
Gets it out of there. And the
Good
success.
hustle. Coming in with Darien. Oh, they're gone. On the move.
Here's Benoit, gets it in there. And behind the goal. Here's Cooney. Far side to Julio. New Canaan looking to get back on the other side of the field.
All right. That jumped over Kira's stick up here to Zoe, who's going to battle against Blake.
Turning
nice
the corner.
speed. There it is. Let's see. She's going to get it up to Marley.
And instead,
there we go. Anna Lindice will pick it up at the middle.
Yep.
That's good. Let's see who's up there. Go, Marley.
cross
Oh.
midfield.
That was
Smith
a foot, but it's still going in New Canaan's direction, so they let it play through. Marley's
Smith
going to capture
racing.
it, send it across, and we'll see who's there. And that's a goalie clear that was too high, so they called a corner on that one. So back to New Canaan's offensive end.
Yeah, almost a kick out of there.
Yeah. It's tough to control with those pads sometimes.
No. Yeah.
They have the best intentions to keep it low, and it pops up.
Yep. That was number 99, junior goalkeeper Grace Ledoux, who came up, prevented a goal.
Yep. Nice save.
That will set up Parsons Hills once again with just over 4 minutes left in the second period for hopefully a successful corner. New Canaan still trailing 1-0. Here it is. To Lundice, to Mitchell. Lundice again.
Nice shot.
Smith. Mitchell right there, and
that was a nice reverse hit. Darien did a great job blocking it up, keeping it out. Oh, that's a little bit.
Pass the stick of Mitchell. Here's Brooks coming up.
Yeah, it's a white ball.
And it's going to stay up
yep.
in New Canaan possession, and Bennett will put it back in.
Sending it across, back to Kira.
New Canaan's really looking to get the offense going here.
Can't happen like that, though. All right, Molly Parsons recovering that ball.
A big recovery
Nice.
and a big whack.
Yep, sending it up. Let's see.
Mitchell gets
Mitchell's
it.
always there. Let's see. Right there.
Looking for Smith. Can't find her. It's cleared out.
Interesting. They do a lot of the clearing out to the side. It's white ball coming back in. Here we go. Send it.
Off the stick of Lindice to Cooney.
This is risky again.
And a big breakaway opportunity. And Parsons
Nice.
Hill is not there.
Oh, no,
that
that's
time.
Brooks. That's Brooks.
Caroline
Breaking it
Brooks.
up. Nice. Come on, let's go.
Bennett.
That's going to be a corner. Yep. She
So that risky.
obstructed with her body. Yep.
So that maneuver to really send everyone on the offensive end does not pay off. And it gives Darien an opportunity with a corner here after the breakaway. Their 4th corner so far, as we are just under the 2-minute mark in period number 2. Blue Wave looking to extend their 1-0 lead over their arch rival, the Rams. The first game, by the way, in this series so far this year was at Darien Stadium Field. And New Canaan, obviously, hosting this one. Here it is. Set up well.
Oh.
Deflected out of there, I believe, off of Giglio.
Didn't. I don't know if it hit anybody because it would have been a Darien ball if it deflected off of us. So.
Well, it might have just been a shot
Just
wide
coming out.
right.
Yeah, maybe.
Or
I
just,
didn't see it.
I don't know. Regardless, it's no points yet for Darien. Still on the move, but gotten out of there by Giglio. Gigi Caldero down there fighting for it.
Freshman back in. Okay.
Parsons Hills. Lindice. Calm and collected. Gets
Nice. Good pass.
it to the far side. Parson Hills looking for the big shot. And there it is.
Nice ball. Yep.
But it's picked off, and good maneuvering by Holt, who got it over to Benoit and now out of play, where Benoit will pick it right back up. Tap by Caldero. Smith fighting for it too.
Oh, that's
Right to the stick of Lindice, and that is
right.
how we are going to end.
Whew.
Period number 2, tensions raising. A
It
lot of
is.
opportunities for both sides. But New Canaan is yet to convert through two periods, excuse me. And what has it been for Darien that's just been so strong on the defensive end?
You know, I think they're stepping up and they're getting some interceptions that are key, and anticipating the ball movement really well so they can jump right in there. And I think they're really quick on the, you know, once they get the ball, they take it and they go really quickly. That first 1 or 2 steps just really takes them 1 or 2 steps ahead of our girls. So, yeah, I think, you know, it'll be interesting to see what they come out with. I'm sure the emotions are high. And they don't want to get into another position like they were in before, is my guess. So I'm guessing they're going to come fired up, ready to try and score a goal early on in the next half.
So these new regional schedules, I guess, have been a big part of the dynamic this year. I mean, instead of playing, 16 games, or 12 to 14 games against a lot of different opponents, they're only going to play 4. And what do you think that the only opponents that New Canaan and Darien will play this season outside of themselves will be Greenwich, West Hill, and Stamford? Do you think that really changes the dynamic at all of the season?
Sure, it definitely changes the dynamic. I think, we all have to get used to this new norm of COVID, and I think this is a smart way of doing it. I think we're delighted that we landed in the same pool as Darien. If we're going to be playing somebody, it might not be a hockey season if we did play them. So glad we're in the same pool, and certainly the other competitors are always great to go up against too. But, it's a different season, but I'm just, I've heard so many of the girls just being so happy they get out on the field and even play. So I think we're all counting our blessings, and every hockey game's a good game.
Well said. Ian Nicholas joined by Cari Hills. This is halftime, 1-0 Darien. You see it on your screens. We will be back with the second half in period 3 in roughly 8 minutes. See you there. All right, we're back for the start of period number 3. Ian Nicholas joined by Cari Hills here live from Dunning Field, where the Blue Wave had the lead over the Rams 1-0. And Cari, you think it's some of the little mistakes right now from New Canaan that are just starting to add up in this one?
Yeah, I think there's a few little things that are happening that don't typically happen for us, so maybe we'll see if those can get adjusted here. Darien's playing a really good game. They're aggressive. They're getting out there, challenging our girls.
Marley Smith racing for it alongside Madeline Holt.
Oh, that's still a New Canaan ball. Oh.
Smith loses track of it. Both sides have flipped field after halftime. And New Canaan also looking to flip the script.
Another foot by New Canaan. All right, let's see. Stepping up. It's a nice ball to the middle of the field.
From Parsons Hills. Still clawing at it. Whacked out of there by Casey Benoit, the sophomore. And here's Gilio. Rachel Gilio, that is.
Nice recovery by Kira.
Ryan Hapgood, number 19 for Darien, giving it her all.
Nice dribbling by Polly up to Marley. Oh.
But Parsons Hills' pass.
Gigi going head-to-head there.
To Bennett near the 45. And it's going to go to Darien. Coming up for it, Lindsay Olson, the star senior for the Blue Wave. One of them. Olson last year for Darien, one of her top returning players. Coach Minnick has said of her she's a strong defender with excellent stick skills and can throw the ball well, creating great offensive opportunities. And that's one of the players this Darien team needs if they want to continue with their success this year. Ball out of play. And New Canaan takes over, whistles.
Going to move it back to where the foul occurred, over in the middle of the field.
Rachel Gilio will ramp it back up for the Rams.
Ref wants to move it back over even further.
Got to get it precise. Back near the 15. Parsons Hills fighting with 2 members of Darien.
Nice little aerial dribbles. Oops.
And
that's a white ball.
Yep.
Or not.
No, Brinsley Rush is going to take control for Darien. Rush cross field to her star teammate.
That was a nice quick pass right up the center there. Ooh.
Cooney trying to get it out of New Canaan territory.
It's a nice quick pass. Got to get there.
Olsen with the shot.
Nice.
Cooney, or excuse me, Lundice returns it, and still New
Canaan.
Canaan.
Called a foul, yep.
Yep. She takes the hit, puts
That's
up the
a
aerial.
nice aerial up there.
Put it
nice
up.
Aerial.
Put it up for Bennett.
Yeah.
And cleared by Madeline Holt.
A lot of those clears going off to the left. Usually players try to keep that in play.
But not today for
Not
Darien.
today. Sending it out.
Yep,
Okay.
that's going to go off the foot of Casey Benoit of Darien. Parsons Hills takes over inside the 30. Lundice behind to Caroline Brooks. Again, New Canaan going all in on the offense and creating an opportunity potentially for Darien. Good pass.
Beautiful pass. Yep. Let's see if Anna Lindice can get back in time. Nice.
The answer is yes.
Kira, yes.
Kira
That's
Cooney
good.
comes
Shauna's
in to
going to get there. Right back to Polly. It's going to, oh, nice air dribble.
and a nice
Through
shot
back to
too.
Shauna. Those two work really well together on that sideline with the give and goes. Okay, that's a white ball.
That one pushed out of play by Olsen.
Yep.
And we're going to see Parsons Hills take over in Darien's territory at the 45. Lofts it up off the head of number 9, Raina Johns, the sophomore.
She tried to block it down, but blocked it
Up.
up. Okay.
So here's Lindice. Back to Cooney. Everyone on the offensive end. Hapgood got it for a moment for Darien, but Lindice.
Yeah, she stepped to that. It was nice. Oh, good effort.
Parsons Hills using the length, trying to extend. Just can't get there.
All right. Canaan's blocking it up. Let's see if they do another aerial. Looks like it.
Here it is. Placed well
Nice.
for Heidi, Evelyn Heidi. And here is Hitty, excuse me. Hitty falls down. Gilio taps it out.
Looks like we have Sophie Havens over there.
Yep, one of the senior captains checking in for the first time today.
That's great. Pass into a freshman here. Raina John sending it back into the center.
An opportunity.
And there's a corner. Yep.
So Darien looking to extend the lead. They're up 1-0 over New Canaan in the middle of this third period. Just over 9 minutes left in period number 3. In this rivalry game between New Canaan and Darien. Two of the best teams last year in the FCAC and across the state. And a back and forth battle once again with another Darien corner on deck.
Darien is ready. They have all their players in the 50, within the 50.
Here's
Megan,
the opportunity.
scramble.
Line's turned around, and she's looking for it.
That was a beautiful second save. She got herself right back in there into position really quickly and anticipated that shot. That was beautiful
From
tending.
left to right, all over the place. Avoiding near catastrophe. And Darien still going to get a shot here. Still working on the
still
offensive end.
Still those same little mistakes here and there. Like those passes, they need to get to somebody coming out of the defensive end. Darien keeps picking them up.
Holt fought for it down. Excuse me, Hitty fought for it down low.
Nice.
Aerial. Batted down, and
Yep.
that's going to be a high stick on Darien's rush. Brinsley rush. That is. Parsons Hill surveys, floats it up. Mitchell
go.
claims
There we
it
go.
alongside Bennett.
Bennett off to
Havens.
Havens, keeping it in.
Just
Right
barely.
back to Darien. Let's see if Zoe can pick that back up.
Wilkes on the far side, fighting with Bennett. Bennett reestablishes control and works it right back up to Havens. To Parsons Hill, or excuse me, no, to
Gigi
Gigi
Caldero.
Caldero. The freshman snipes it in there for Mitchell.
Nice to Mitchell.
And
Let's
here's
see.
the opportunity. Save.
Come on, let's go.
As Mitchell is going to collide head on with Ledoux.
It's a good effort. These girls are playing hard.
You can't say the effort wasn't given.
No, it was both sides.
Ledoux meeting with Mitchell, or Mitchell meeting with Ledoux, however you put it. A good effort from the Rams star junior. But still scoreless is New Canaan, with 6:20 left now in period number 3.
Was some good quick passing by Darien just off the stick. Came out off the sideline.
Here's Havens. Havens tripped up. Takes a hard hit to the turf. Colliding with sophomore Raina Johns.
Send it. We got to get our ball to the goal, girls. Can't score if you don't shoot. Here we go.
There's the message. Well, New Canaan's going to go off the offensive end here in Darien. Looking to recapture momentum.
Here we go. Let's see. Pick
That-
that off, and
that-
let's see. Let's get some passing and some quick movement here.
Let's
Kingman's
see.
looking. Oh, well done. Number
Intercepted.
24.
24, that is Lindsay
Lindsay.
Olson, the star
Yep.
senior, who, as we mentioned earlier, Coach Minikis loves as a defensive ace. And it's for plays like that. So Darien, Olson, and crew will take over right at midfield. Here's the whack
It's a good hit. Nice block.
from Lundice, racing it up. Around Olson.
Let's go. Let's see.
Smith's going to race for it. No one's going to get there. And here's Parsons Hills. Oh, it's going to go the other way. Parsons Hills working alongside Darien's Raina Johns. Sophomore v sophomore action. As we have a tense game, 1-0 deficit. Havens jars at it for New Canaan. And New Canaan will take over. Lundice with the aerial. And intercepted by Madeline Holt. Darien continues its pesky day on the defensive effort. Havens loses track of it. Works it up to Ferraro. And she can't get anything going.
Yes.
Parsons Hills
The steal.
shoves the stick in there.
Keep going. Nice, Marley.
Marley Smith
Yes.
with
Okay.
a great
here we go.
effort from the senior. New Canaan overrunning a few of them. And Darien's going to take over.
And there's no call there. That's interesting. All right.
Hapgood had it.
Okay.
Here's Hitty. And now Benoit. Pass batted away from Julia.
That was some good defense by Rachel there.
Slowing down Darien. Haven't seen a score since the top of the second period.
Ball's back up at the top. They're sending it in here. They didn't take it 5 yards before they crossed into the circle. If you're outside the circle, you got to move the ball 5 yards before it can cross over.
And a bad mental error from Darien. They don't make a lot of them.
They do not.
Bennett loses track of it,
Good second effort, though, trying to get it back.
as well as
Yeah.
Ferraro.
Yeah, New Canaan's a little flustered. I think we're seeing some second efforts needed where they typically aren't always needed.
You would just hope, if you're Coach Mary Claire Schnedeker, that you can make it out of this minute 45 in period 3 without a
Yeah.
Darien goal and,
Yeah.
and just take a team reset
Yeah,
and
that-
talking to.
Yeah, that just crossed the end line there before it was being sent across, so it's going to be New Canaan ball coming out.
So a minute 30 left in period number 3 of this 4-period game. As Cari mentioned earlier, a new format timing-wise.
Oh,
Another mental error, a shove from behind.
Yeah.
No foul
Here we go.
is called. An opportunity maybe for New Canaan. Mitchell had it. Smith giving it 150.
That's out. That's a white ball. Here we go, White.
Smith running right at Benoit.
Polly Parsons.
And
With a
Benoit
big,
just
nice stop.
gets in front of it. Bennett. Darien on the move.
That's a foot, but outside the circle, so it'll just be Darien's ball coming in. They took that really quickly, which is great.
A little too.
A little too quick.
quickly.
I don't know what the call was there, but looks like it's coming out again. Nice big hit.
It was
Onto Molly's stick. That's good. This is they're looking promising here. So let's see who's up there. Marley's up at the post, sending to Shauna. Nice pass, give and
So
go.
is Sophie
with
Havens.
a reverse. Let's see if, oh, okay.
And it's going to go the other way.
Well, Darien was good. They had their stick on it so they could intercept the hit.
Speaking of interceptions, there's Parsons
There
Hill.
Nice.
Slaps it
Oh,
down
good.
low to Smith.
Come on,
Here's
let's
Ferraro, the star.
With a corner, with 8 seconds left, they will play this out, and once the ball leaves the circle, that will be the end of the play.
And there you
But
go.
they'll finish out the corner, so New Canaan has plenty of time to make a plan, which is hopefully a simple plan, given the complexity we've had. Simple plan of receive and shoot.
Trying to maybe do it a little too much so far today, and that's where the errors have come in the corners.
Let's see if we can keep it simple and get that shot off and at least have a chance for a second effort.
So who knows, maybe we have a tie game at the end of 3.
You never know.
We have 0-0-0 on the clock. They will finish out the corner, as Cari mentioned, and then we'll bring it to the 4th.
Darien looks ready.
But
looks like someone came out too early on defense, so they're going to be sent from Darien back to the 50-yard line.
And that's big.
That is. It certainly helps having one less defender in that circle.
That was Lindsay Olsen, who will move out for Darien. Parsons Hills. And that one batted away. And that is how we will end 3 here from Dunning Field. Darien, New Canaan frustrated. Everyone a little frustrated here from the New Canaan side. Darien holding on to this 1-0 lead that they got for themselves at the top of period 2. Head coach Mary Claire Schnedeker for New Canaan just looking to kill a lot of those mental mistakes. They've had a lot of opportunities, but that doesn't really matter. Darien's played phenomenal on the defensive end, and they're up 1-0.
Yeah, I got to say, Darien is getting to that ball. I'm seeing them with great stick skills, control. They're dodging around our girls a bit, and they're just getting to the ball first.
And that's the end of 3. As previously mentioned, Darien, those records should be flipped, but not a problem. Nobody's going to be forgetting that big win to start the season, or big loss if you're Darien, whatever way you slice it. New Canaan looking to avoid going to 4-1. Darien looking to go up to 4-1 and tie each other. Tie New Canaan, that is, for the lead in the new FCAC West region. I like to, hopefully, if we can get a chance to thank our sponsors before the start of a 4th, if we can make that happen, and hopefully we will have again, I mean, it's been a back and forth 3 period so far. Hopefully we get just that in the 4th. to tie this game, or for Darien to extend the lead. Another critical error. Darien
right there. Yep.
with a potential opportunity, and it's a corner. What happened there that causes even more frustration for New Canaan?
Well, I think it's, you know, we have those free hits, and if we hit it right to them or they intercept, we got to quickly get back, and it's tough scramble to get everybody back when you're all set up to be on offense. All right, let's see what Darien has here. They look set up for their corner. They have everybody at their 50-yard line here and in.
Here it is.
All right.
To Benoit.
Like a pass. I don't know where.
The shot up.
Trail.
Leiden fighting to
nice.
recover. And she gets there in time. The shot from Darien's Blake Wilkes, who did have that first and only goal for Darien. She took another hack at it, number 23. Freshman could not make it 2 times for charm.
That was a nice hit, but again, it went right to a Darien player, so we got to. New Canaan's got to take an extra second and make passes right to the sticks of our own players.
Shu clawing in there. So is
That's a nice pass. That's a good pass.
Bennett far side.
Another little error with our feet in the way. All right, Darien's on a fly here. Defense got to get back and keep their feet out. All right, it's coming out again. Darien has the full pressure on here. New Canaan is just fighting it off. Okay, that's going to be a Darien ball coming in.
Taking over is Olsen. Here's the
a nice
pass. Yeah.
You can't score from outside the circle, but you can hit a big hit in as long as you go 5 yards before the ball enters the circle, and then if someone touches it inside the circle, it'll be a goal. It has to be touched before the score will count. Nice passing by Darien.
And Benoit hits Vitek, and so does Cooney at the end of it. Darien continuing to put the pressure right into Canaan's grill. But New Canaan standing stout.
Whose ball is it?
Nobody knows. The world's biggest unanswered question. Still looking for some clarity. And nobody's going towards it. Finally,
it's Darien's ball. I'm not sure what the call was, but
Brinsley Rush.
Somebody decided that. All right, here we go.
And that one out of play.
All right, back to New Canaan here. Darien's hustling back, lining up very quickly. They do a good job getting in position.
Just well coached.
Yep.
So here's Giglio. She's going to go out, though, and going in.
It's probably going to be a big hit. Anna Lindice. It's a beautiful hit. She can kind of send it through.
And it is not, unfortunately, but Brooks. Nope.
And
fighting. Cooney. Danger. A lot of cooks in the kitchen. Will something develop? No, it's cleared out. Just bewilderment here.
All right.
A very un-New Canaan game from the New Canaan Rams. And Darien just knows how to push her buttons. Parson Hills whacks it. And you can tell the errors really starting to pour on and affect the mentality of this entire Rams roster. Here's Olsen at the 25. Just under 8 minutes left, period 4. Darien up 1-0. They've had this lead since the top of the second when Blake Wilkes scored their one and only goal, the freshman. Lindice, the Bates commit. And again, another foul on New Canaan.
I'm not sure if it was a dangerous landing of the ball, but.
A lot of calls going against New Canaan today. Certainly hasn't helped. Booted out of there by Leiden. Cooney racing. And a corner for Darien.
So.
A lot of players stunned at that one. With just under 7 minutes left in this fourth and final period, pending another overtime thriller. That's what the Rams hope for right now. They're just hoping to catch a break, which they have found none of that, though, in this one. And Darien looking to get the big win they have probably been dying to get ever since that overtime loss. Does it slip through? No. As close as it gets.
That is as close as it gets. I think they just caught their break.
They used it up already.
That's okay. Sometimes it takes one break.
Exactly. Darien has not been able
to. I thought that was a foot, but maybe not.
There's a foot from Leiden to bounce it out. Whistle's blown. Still waiting for a call.
I think it's going to maybe come back up here where the original. I'm wondering what they're contemplating here. Looks like there were a few fouls even before. Stop the clock here.
All right, so we're stopping it with 5:37 left in this fourth period. Both sides looking to keep the spirits up. Darien looking to defend the lead. New Canaan looking to make it a 2-0 lead over the Blue Waves so far this season. This rivalry was fantastic last year. They lost. New Canaan, that is, was taken down by Darien in the FCX semifinals in another great game, 3-2. Darien has been a phenomenal program over the last few years. FCX champs 2 years ago, runner-ups last year to Staples, the powerhouse that they are over there in Westport. If you want field hockey, the FCX is where you find it. Between New Canaan, Staples, Darien, and a plethora of teams that are known around the state as the powerhouses. And the fact that they got their season, we mentioned at the break, the fact that they got their season, regardless of who they're playing, where they're playing, why they're playing, they get to play in this crazy COVID season. Speaking of crazy, what's the call? And Leiden is frustrated at the result.
They're calling a stroke against New Canaan.
I mean, Kira Cooney literally kicking the air in frustration.
Yep, that's...
It's starting to boil over.
All right.
So what's going to happen here?
It's going to be a one-on-one against the... well, I think they're going to do an actual stroke, so it's a one-shot, standing shot against the goalie.
Oh wow! Okay.
These
here's your pressure cooker moment.
Yep.
It's going to be between.
Megan is excellent at saving these. Oh, but that was a nice. That's a beautiful stroke. That lower right-hand corner. It's a tough one.
And Darien might have gotten the firepower goal they needed.
No.
In an excellent snipe. On this.
4-4. Just tell him. What do you want?
6:48.
How much? 6 what? 6:48. Wow, I've never seen that before. Never seen that before.
Yeah.
You gotta wait a minute. Let me get the 6:48 back on.
So a clock malfunction, or not a malfunction, I should say, but with that big break, over a minute break.
Who scored? Do we know who scored that? We know who scored that?
I think it might have been Raina. Probably Raina.
Raina
She
Johns.
usually takes the
Raina Johns with the
strokes
goal.
there.
Madeline Holt.
Oh, Madeline.
Actually, Madeline Holt,
Great.
number 6. The star player, one of the stars of this team, the junior, took that one on the stroke versus Megan Lyden, the stout goalie for New Canaan. So the clock adds a minute 10. Now we're down to 6:10. And goals now from Blake Wilkes and Madeline Holt, a sophomore and junior respectively. And
Nice. Molly Mitchell just came back to receive that ball. There was some hustle there, and then there's Marley sending it up there.
And Smith hits the deck.
Okay, let's see.
No foul as she tumbles over Raina Johns. Parsons Hills deflected. Looking for a call, I believe. Here she is again. And New Canaan ball. As this has been one crazy afternoon of field hockey. And Darien is looking to hold and go home excited with this 2-0 lead. Lindice, aerial up to Mitchell, batted down. Still fighting forward is 23, Molly Mitchell. Slapped by Parsons Hills over the head of everyone, including her teammate, Marley Smith. But putting it up. Just under 5 minutes remaining. Does New Canaan have another miracle left in them? They trailed 2-1 in the late stages on October 1st in their season opener. And they'd end up winning 3-2 in overtime over Darien on the road. They now find themselves down 2-0 here.
Another miss here.
But
all right.
Now they'd have to overcome a 2-goal deficit with just over 4 minutes left to play. And
Anna Lindice with a big hit up there. Let's see if Marley can get her stick on it. Nope.
Darien continuing to just keep it in New Canaan territory. Another opportunity, and no, not a goal. Lyden came up for it just wide right.
Let's see if
Parsons Hills with
nice
the laser,
ball.
But it hits Smith in the legs. Here's Rush with the good pass. Julio. Darien looking to add even more.
Nice, Megan.
Megan Lyden doing all she can, and it's not enough. Goal, Darien. Nope. 2 goals in just a matter of a few minutes for Darien, finally breaking the bank and cashing in and looking to put this game away. A terrific effort from Coach Minikis' squad.
Sure is. They turn down the heat, and they're capitalizing on those moments and taking the ball to the net. That's what you got to do.
You mentioned it earlier at the half. You were hoping New Canaan would just take the shots, but it's been Darien instead, and on these late stages who are just pounding it. Now with 3:15 left to go. And we believe that was Blake Wilkes once again who scored her 2nd goal of the game, the freshman. She got the scoring party started for Darien at the top of the 2nd, and she will add on, we believe, late in the 4th. Slapped away. Julio. And it heads the other way. So New Canaan and crew, Coach Mary Claire Schnedeker will go back to the drawing board. Still plenty of season left to play, and Darien most likely coming out of this one with a win. And these are the toughest. But Darien was just in these shoes a few weeks ago. And they proved that, hey, you can come back and play at a high level. Take a game at a time. But this one will definitely sting a little bit more, just like it did for the Blue Wave exactly 18 days ago. Caldero took a whack at it. We'll head the other way. So New Canaan has another good matchup this Wednesday, also here at 4 o'clock up against Greenwich. And
yeah, Greenwich went against Darien, and it was a really close game.
So another powerhouse in this FCAC West Division is absolutely loaded this year.
All right, let's see. New Canaan's making some good efforts. A little late in the game here, but still making the efforts, which is nice to see.
And a miss from Ferrero. Parsons Hills. Great pass.
Nice. New Canaan's still fighting for it.
There we go. And she
that was good.
The scoring.
That was a nice effort. And there was a second effort there. Polly Parsons Hills into Shauna and then off to Marley.
The scoring machine, nice. The senior, Marley Smith.
Finished it off. It's nice to get one.
Comes right in there, and I think you put it the best. Just to end the game strong and know that you did something right with something to build off of.
Yeah. I mean, this team certainly showing up in these last 2 minutes the way that they typically
do.
Or have in the past.
Yes. More specifically on October 1st, 2020.
Yeah. Let's see.
49 seconds left. New Canaan trails by 2 goals. Havens whacks
here
it
we
up
go.
there.
Let's see.
Mitchell.
Oh, nice interception. That's how it's been the whole time. Darien has stepped up, intercepted.
Bennett.
Broken down these passes.
Now just over half a minute left. And after that game, Wednesday against Greenwich, New Canaan will get a week off of play. Meanwhile, looking at the schedule for the Darien Blue Wave. Now, with just 15 seconds left to play in what will become a Darien win. Darien will be at home next Wednesday at 4 o'clock, where they will play the West Hill Vikings. And then they'll have a game Friday up against the Stanford Black Knights, also at home. Darien wins. That is your final score, 3-1.
I think it's a corner. They're going to play it out here.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Wow.
Even though it's
game over.
Yeah, they might not play it out, actually, since it's
the end of regulation.
Yeah, but I think they typically have the chance to tie up the score, though. They should be able to do that. Or not tie it up, but at least get another goal, potentially. But I think it looks like the game is called.
Yeah, that is going to be
that's it.
Your ball game here
ball
from
game.
Dunning Field. And the New Canaan Rams upset. Darien could not be happier. Played a great game. New Canaan made the mental errors that they will look to clean up before their game Wednesday. But there is your final score, 3-1. Blue Wave wins. And both teams now 4-1. Before we go, and before we give our closing remarks, I'd like to give one more shout out to our wonderful sponsors with the special video and the people that make this town run and just some great shops around town. Well, as we wait for that video, you know, Cari, you've probably had some big wins in college and high school, and you've been here with the big losses. And how does a team start the process of a quick bounce back?
Yeah, big wins and big losses. I remember my days playing for New Canaan against the Blue Wave, and always a great matchup, and emotions are heated. But, you know, I think Darien fought really hard. I think they outplayed us today. But as you said, you got to bounce back, and you know, I think you take these things, you try to figure out one thing at a time that you can do better, and then I think it's all those little incremental things that are going to help this team kind of bounce back. And if everybody cleans up one or two of their little mistakes together as a team, they'll be a lot, you know, ready for the next game.
And speaking of little mistakes, here's our sponsor video finally rolling. The Platinum sponsors, Walter Stewart's, your fresh local market, loved by all since 1907, including our PA man, Bill Brown. We want to give a shout out to him for his fantastic work today. Our NC Rams All Sports silver sponsors, Performance Optimal Health, Educational Futures, the SIG Insurance Agencies, OSSM, Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine, Residential Construction of Renaissance Partners, LLC, Rand Insurance, which you can find here in New Canaan, as well as Greenwich, Darien, and Rowayton. In our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Black sponsors, Ready Rooster, Shilala, 84 Sports New Canaan, the one and only New Canaan Diner, New Canaan Graphics LLC, found at ncgraphicsllc@gmail.com. The Athletic Shoe Factory, established 1978. Togs. And Austin W. Feeney, specialist in orthodontics and dentifricery orthopedics. Thank you so much for tuning into this one, everyone, from both New Canaan and Darien. Ian Nicholas joined alongside Cari Hills and the rest of my production crew, including cameraman Austin Platt and producer Amelie. We will see you Wednesday for boys soccer at 6:30. But until then, stay safe, stay well. And for your final score, Darien 3, New Canaan 1. We'll see you then.